California has a brilliant proposal in Santa Monica. They're going to build homeless housing. They've got 2 buildings approved, and they're going to pay $1 million per apartment. $1 million per apartment for free housing for the homeless. And you wonder why they're broke in California? You talk about California all the time, and Santa Monica is a beautiful, beautiful environmental area. It's right on the ocean, very wealthy neighborhood. You're not going to believe the story. The city of Santa Monica last week approved a multi-million-dollar apartment building for the homeless. Listen to this. It's a 122-unit building. It's a mix of studios, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Guess how much each apartment's going to cost the city of Santa Monica to build? Their apartment.
I can get out my
3 bedrooms.
I can get out my calculator, and you already said it's how many millions by 128?
It's $123 million per apartment. Are you hearing me?
Wow. $123 million per apartment.
For the building, I'm sorry.
For the building, okay.
And each apartment is going to cost $1 million. They have a second building that they're approving now, which is affordable housing. It's going to cost them $200 million to build 196 units. It's $1.1 million per apartment.
Where are they getting the money from?
They don't have any money. So this is Santa Monica at sunrise.
I've actually been there.
It's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I've actually had dinner there before.
Listen to this. This is wild. This happens in the middle of the state being asked, where did the $24 billion go that the state of California has spent on homelessness, which, by the way, is out of control in every single city? San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Jose. There's homeless everywhere living on the streets, everywhere. I mean, and you know what is going on? They're using the street as a bathroom. They're using it as a shooting den for heroin and meth and you name it. Okay. The state of California cannot answer in the audit where these billions went. 24 billion. They're trying to do an audit. B. They spent it over 5 years to tackle homelessness, and they don't have any records of where the money was spent.
Someone's pocketing that money, Barry. You know, when I was living in California, they actually was asking the question because they raised the gas tax. Like every 2 years, they raised the gas tax. And one time they raised it 50 cents, and they said, what happened to the money that came in from the last gas tax? You know what they said? We don't know.
I've got a good one for you. When I lived in California a number of years ago, it's like 20 years ago, they wanted to legalize this huge betting system and this huge lottery. And they said, all the money is going to go to the public schools, and we're going to turn around the school systems. And we're going to dump in billions. And obviously all the parents voted for it because they wanted better schools and they wanted better teachers and they wanted better curriculum and they wanted to fix the broken buildings. 5 years later, after the gambling had passed, the numbers came out and they were going like they were trending into the dirt. I mean, these kids can't read. They can't write. They don't know the states. They don't know the capitals. They don't know American history. They don't know about slavery. They don't know what Lincoln did. They don't have any sense of history.
Except for they want reparations. I'm sorry.
Well, because they learned that in school.
Right.
And California, I remember when I was a little boy, and my dad said that we were going to move to California because California had the best public schools and the best public universities. And that was under Ronald Reagan. And they did. University of California system, the California State University system, the community college system, #1 large university system in the world. Ronald Reagan, a Democrat, turned Republican, turned conservative. And after Democrat, and one little sliver here and there of a Republican, they have beaten those schools into I guess you just call them communist indoctrination camps.
Yeah,
I don't know what else you call them.
that's
Right?
exactly what it is. That's
And
exactly
it
what it
has
is.
nothing to do with education. It's all about indoctrination. They're not teaching kids how to think. They're teaching kids what to think. That's a huge difference.
No, you're absolutely right. They're teaching kids how to be little commies so they can go out and they can be disruptive and tear up the country as much as possible to bring it down. And on top of that, Barry, all of the money that they were pouring into these schools, they don't know what happened to the money. Just like everything else, they don't know where the money is. It's a money scheme that they have come up with. The state is so broke, Barry, and I think I mentioned this to you, that they've actually started sending letters to ex-residents of California. If you left California within the past, I think 7 to 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, something right there, don't hold me to it. They're sending letters to residents of other states now that you owe taxes for the time that you did not live there simply because you used to live there.
Oh, good luck collecting that.
Oh my goodness. Now, I did receive one, and my producer, she actually threw it away. I'm like, why would you throw that away?
It's
so bummed.
relief. It's hysterical.
Yes. I said, why would you throw that away? She said, because there's no way we're going to pay that. I said, it's the point that I have tangible proof to show that California sent me a letter asking me for taxes for the years that I was not even living there. I didn't earn any money during the time that they're asking for taxes. They're calling, I forget exactly what they're calling it, but it's basically because I fled escape tax. Thank you. I fled California tax.
Yeah, I went to a free state. I went to a free state.
Yeah, like it's a death tax, right? They have this thing called the death tax that you need to pay taxes one more last time. We'll get the family to pay a death tax. This is like a death tax leaving California because California is on its way to die. So they're trying to collect as much money. I mean, it's Barry. The level of corruption is going to break the state, if not the country.
Well, it's totally true, and the net out migration from California is staggering. You can't rent a U-Haul in California without paying the return charge. Normally,
because they're not going back.
U-Haul works. You rent a truck and you rent it one way, like to Austin or Tallahassee, and you drop it off there, and then they rent it to someone coming back. And that's how trucks move all around the country.
Yep.
You can't rent one way because nobody's bringing the trucks back because nobody's moving to California. You've got to pay a surcharge for them to bring the truck back to California because so many people are leaving.
That's ridiculous.
They're going to Nevada. They're going to Arizona. They're going to Texas. They're going to Florida. They're going to Georgia.
Yep. Oklahoma, Arkansas.
Yeah. Red states,
everywhere where you can be an American again.